Beyonce is taking over country music, and I'm happy to see it. I'm proud of you, Beyonce. Y'all know I talk a whole lot of shit about Beyonce, and it's deserving because, yeah, she hella overrated. But I'm loving this move she made to country music. One, because you listen to that Texas twang in her voice, especially back in the early Destiny's Child days. She is all Texas. Her dad's from Gaston, Alabama. Man, she country folks. So she's doing what is in her soul to do. And on top of that, country music is black music anyway. So today, you motherfuckers need to sit back and listen because we're going to talk a little bit about the history of country music, how it's black. And also we're going to talk about how they've been trying their best to keep Beyonce and black artists as a whole out of country music. But what I need y'all to do first is do what I'm getting ready to do. Y'all know the drill. I'm going to give y'all 2 minutes. We're going to listen to my intro music because I got the dopest intro music in the game. We're going to listen to my intro music for 2 minutes. And during that 2 minutes, you're going to share and comment and tell all them rascals on your timeline that y'all need to be over here on this channel at Dewan B right now. So I'm going to give y'all 2 minutes and we'll be right back. Yeah, dig.
Roll up and listen to Incense and Ashtrays with Dewan B. Music for your soul.
Hope you done shared the broadcast to everybody. So we're going to talk about it. Let me get my, what I want to play today. What I want to play. Let me play this. Need my music bed. There we go. So we're here to talk about Beyonce in the country music lane. Like I told y'all before, I like it. I like it, I like it, I like it. I like it. I like the fact that she's doing this. Because it reminds me like, and we need to keep doing this as people. Because all music in America is Black American music. All of it. 100% of it. And even when they talk about the European influences, you're probably talking about a swarthy European. And for that, Next Wednesday, the 21st, I'm going to have Dr. Clyde Winters on here. And we're going to talk about a lot of, we're going to talk about Black American and the swarthy Europeans that came over to the Americas and the musicians that were kicked out of Ireland and brought to America that look like me and you. We're going to have the great Dr. Clyde Winters on next week to break all that down, all right? And I'm gonna do a little bit of history today on the history of Black artists in country music and the inception of country music as a Black art form. You dig? And we're gonna talk about it. But you know, you can get my documentary is Bigger Than Hip Hop, the Black American Music Family Tree. Donate to that right now. The GoFundMe is right here on my website. Click on that and make sure you put a few dollars because we're moving forward with the filming of the documentary. I got to bounce around this country to get some interviews. So make sure you donate to that. And then if you want to go deeper into the music history, which I know a lot of you do, go to my website and click on courses. I'm actually going to move the start date back to the first Sunday in March. But my 100 Years of Black Music Recorded History certification course, 8 classes for only $400. And you can break the payments up. But that's 8 in-depth classes that we're going to do on the history of our music, along with books and references and all that good stuff. So 8 classes, y'all. And if you're on the Patreon, it's half off. Those of you who subscribe to my documentary insider level at 1 and up, those on my documentary insider level of my Patreon, the classes are half off, right? So let's go up with Beyonce taking country music by storm. I'm going to start off by saying this isn't a small-minded conversation. I don't care if you like Beyonce or not. I generally don't like her music. I don't like a lot of what she stands for. But that's neither here nor there. Because I'm mature enough to see things and also be open-minded. When people who, if I don't necessarily like a certain way you move, I can still admire the moves you do make that I do like. And I think we should all be that fluid when it comes to people. At the end of the day, these are entertainers. This show is for entertainment purposes. Any card reading that I do is entertainment purposes. And when you run across people on TV and when you see these people out here in the world, you are dealing with entertainers. Me and Larry talked about that yesterday. How a lot of you niggas is mad as fuck at goddamn entertainers. These entertainers. Be entertained. And then go back to living your goddamn life. Alright? But since they're entertainers, it's things that happen in entertainment. It's things that happen in the world that we can all observe and see. And we can, take a lesson from what we see and see how the world is going. So Beyonce, first off, all music is black. So what they've done with music like country music, house music, dance music, pop, what they've done is they've othered those forms of music and others, alternative folk, and they got you thinking that is white music. White America is extremely insecure with itself, and it doesn't like to share. And when white America finds a form of black artistry that they can do to a satisfactory level, to their levels of satisfactory, they do everything they can to box us out. push us out, leave us out. And so over the last 100 years, they've successfully done that. Outside of the black artists that have penetrated. See, we've always penetrated country. We've never not had some kind of a hand on country, even though they've done their best to kick us out. We still had Charlie Pride, Ray Charles, after he conquered the blues, after he conquered the other black forms of music, he went over and went #1 in country. You know, you've had Darius Rucker. And I'm going to, as we go on, I'm going to show you some of the newer country artists that are out right now that you guys need to know who they are. Even K. Michelle, she's done country music, you know. There was that Snoop song that he did, that Johnny Cash song. Get my money, buy my medicine, buy my medicine, buy my medicine, get my money. I love that shit. I love Snoop's version of that song. It's on the Ego Tripping album. I forgot the name of it. But it's on Snoop's Ego Tripping album. Get my money, buy my medicine, buy my medicine, buy my medicine, get my money, buy my medicine. The Pointer Sisters, we've always done it. But they've always put up a strong defense to us playing country music. Make no mistake about it, what country music is. Oh, and before I get into it, before I get all the way into it, rest in peace to the survivor, to the people in Kansas City. For those of you who don't know, the Kansas City Chiefs football game, not football game, the Super Bowl celebration award ceremony got shot up today in Kansas City. So, you know, my heart goes out to the survivors and rest in peace to the victims. I got to pay my respects. It's still, I don't know who did the shooting. I don't know what it is, but I'm still an American. I'm a red-blooded American, proud American. And as Black Americans, we are the biggest patriots to this land. And I don't, even though all this stuff goes on, I don't like to see this kind of stuff happen on my land, but some of it is necessary in the world that we live in. What went on? Y'all could go and look it up on the news after you finish listening to me. But when Beyonce, also when it comes to country music, Lionel Richie. How can I forget Lionel Richie? The song, one of my favorite country songs is by the Commodores is Sail On. Sail on down the road, half a mile or so, wishful thinking. I love that shit right there. It's funny, I was talking to my father-in-law, Mr. Carmichael, about that song, Sail On. And I asked him, I said, what made you do Sail On and do it in a country like that, give it that country feel? And he was like, and this ties into Beyonce. He said, you know, Lionel's from Alabama. I'm from Alabama. We all like country music is a part of your life. Especially back then. You got to realize that in the radio stations, there was only so many radio stations. And in Black Americans, especially Black Americans with roots in Alabama, specifically Alabama, Tennessee, those areas, Louisiana, northern Louisiana especially, there's a lot of the country music is in you because that's your sound. You created it. Fats Domino said, and you're gonna find this out in my course that I'm taking, that I'm teaching. You'll find this in this book, Blue Monday, that we're gonna talk about in my music history course and go in depth with. That the artists of the time, country music was just music played by country folks. That was the mindset. And it wasn't until these artists reached the recording industry that they said, okay, if you're Black, you got to play the blues. You got to play rock and roll if you're Black, or the blues, or you can play jazz, but if you black, you can't play country. And it befuddled artists like Fats Domino and a lot of black artists at the time, because it's like all country music is music played in the country, and we country folks. Beyonce's country folks. And going back to the song Sail On. So when I was talking to Mr. Carmichael about the song Sail On, he was just like, we from Alabama. That's just the music we listen to. And he gave me the secret sauce behind how he made that song, which I will not divulge his music secrets because I haven't had permission. But he basically this is the same music producer that produced Brick House, the funkiest of funkiest ass goddamn songs. Turned around and produced Sail On. That goes to show you, black folks, that all this music is ours. You'll never get a country music producer to produce a song as funky as Brick House. Or as uniting as I'll Be There. Or as black as Touch a 4-Leaf Clover by Atlantic Starr. Same black man. That's the evidence that this is our music. The same black person that produced Brick House can do Sail On. Opposite sides of the coin when it comes to groove and feeling. I brought that up because Beyonce's father is from Gaston, Alabama, just like Mr. Carmichael. They're both from Gaston. And Gaston is country folks. Beyonce daddy is country than a motherfucker. Yeah, they refined Negroes in a suit living up in Houston, but they still country. You can hear in Beyonce's voice how country she is. So I'm always going to support black artists when we're doing our forms of music that we created that have since they've tried to rip from us. And no, her father's not Caribbean. He's from Gaston, Alabama. There ain't no Caribbean in Alabama in the 1960s and 50s. Beyonce's country. Country than a motherfucker. So, and here's some black artists that you need to know. This boy here is mixed, but he's still black. Kane Brown. He's gone double platinum on his first 2 albums. Yes, he's a Negro. He's a passing Negro, but he's a Negro. Another one you gotta look out for, Jimmy Allen. Jimmy Allen is a black American country artist that's also going #1 with a song he had debuted at in 2009, a song called Best Shot. Here's somebody I like. Allison Russell. That's a guitar playing sister right there. You need to get into her. She's beautiful. And her music is beautiful. Beautiful. I'm not the biggest country music fan, but she's extremely soulful, jazzy, but country than a motherfucker. Another artist you guys gotta look out for is Amethyst Kia. There are black artists that are out there doing country music. We out there. We've never given it up. We've never given it up. We still here doing it. And the thing I like about Beyonce doing it is she pissing white folks off. That's the part I like. Now, as far as how she's dressed, Beyonce, I love it. Because this is how I look at. This is how I look at how she's dressed. This is how I look at it. There we go. Come on now. I don't want to say, save it as a JPEG. I'm trying to show y'all a picture. It doesn't, give me a JPEG image. Now, as far as this goes, this is Beyonce's album cover for Texas Hold'em. And boy, it is pissing these white folks off. Now, I see this album cover a few ways, all right? I see it a few ways. I see the album cover a few different ways. On one hand, I see it as, Beyonce. Well, let me give you the first way. The first way I see it is, as a natural man, I love it. Because I'm a man. Yeah, I'm married, but niggas still look. As a man, I'm going to first start off by saying, the audacity. Let me look a little bit closer. Love it. But as an artist, as a human, bigger than my lower self, because we have a lower self and a higher self, my lower self loves it. My higher self, the side that's logically thinking is, Beyonce, you too goddamn old to still be doing this shit. You're a little old for this. This late in Diana Ross's career, she was wearing long, elegant gowns. What's up with women today? Why y'all always want to goddamn stay young? Like, look, as fine as you are, Beyonce, you still are always gonna get beat out by these chicks in their 20s when it comes to this side of when it comes to this. You're beautiful. I think Beyonce could have gone a lot. Look, think about it. Beyonce has access to the toppest, best designers on earth. If she has some jeans on with some chaps and a vest and that hat, man, she can look so goddamn sexy all the way covered up. You don't need to be selling albums like this, Beyonce. Although I love it personally. I'm never going to get too mad at seeing pictures of Beyonce. Like, as long as she look like this, I'm personally never going to get mad. But thinking big picture, you are so much more than this. And at some point, it's cool to not be the youngest chick in the room. It don't mean you old. None of that. And here's what I do like. And this is where cultures clash musically. This is where it's bigger than white folks being racist. When it comes to country music is conservative as fuck, dress-wise. Remember, they didn't like the Dixie Chicks. country music is very conservative, especially with white women. This isn't them being mad at Beyonce because they black. Country music is very conservative, Beyonce. And they don't like push the envelope too risque. Country music ain't like that. Country music is very covered up. Dolly Parton was the one that they'd get they freaks off on, but she still, for the most part, be covered up. So she's going into a genre of music that, regardless of race, they're very conservative. But she's going in dressed like that. And that's where I salute you, Beyonce, because it's pissing them white folks off. Wee doggy. Them white folks is mad than a motherfucker at this. They don't like they white women. They don't like this. First off, you mean to tell me a nigger and doing country music and that nigger's dressed like a whore? This is pissing them off. And I love it. I love it. Because Beyonce been pissing me off for a long time. That sorry ass remake of Before I Let Go, she done stepped on Frankie Beverly's Golden Great song and mushed it up and muddied it up and took the soul out of the song and put a college band to it. Yeah, the college band was good, but your beat, the track was trash. It had no fucking energy and feel to it. And then she was like, before I let you go. So that she was snoring. When Frankie hit that part, before I let you, he goes up, girl. When she hit that note, she sounded like she was yawning. Like, Beyonce, you fucked up a classic. You fucked up. But I'm glad Frankie got his money at least. I'm not mad, at least Frankie got paid. Same thing with Make Me Say It Again, Girl, by the Isley Brothers. You fucked that up. But at least the Isleys got paid. But when it gets to that vamp, in my personal opinion, one of the three greatest vamps in music histories. The three greatest vamps in music histories is You Don't Have to Cry by Renee Angela. Please don't cry, dry your eyes. I'm drawing a blank. Earth and the Fire. That and the Isley Brothers. The Isley Brothers, the song that Beyonce fucked up. Those are the three greatest vamps in music history, if you ask me. And she took Make Me Say It Again, Girl, and took all the goddamn emotion out of it. Hell, if it's she took the song by the Dramatics, Ocean of Thoughts and Dreams. Riding to an ocean of thoughts and dreams. And she took that song, took all the emotions out of it, fucked that song up. And what embarrassed me most as a black man, what embarrassed me most was when Destiny's Child and Beyonce tried to remake Emotion by the Bee Gees and Sarah Song. I'm like, first off, Emotion by the Bee Gees should be a song that's just left alone. Sometimes white folks catch lightning in the bottle and they do it right. And that was one of the songs. Emotion by the Bee Gees was one of those lightning in the bottle, perfect songs. vocally, harmony. Don't touch it. But if you're going to touch it as a black person, you better outsoul them white folks. Man, if I was a white historian and I was saying that white people created soul, all I would do was X out all the other black music, act like it doesn't exist, and then I would play Emotion by the Bee Gees and Emotion by Beyonce and be like, see, look, black people got soul from us. And we did soul better. And god damn it, they'd be right. She fucked that song up. So Beyonce been ripping off soul music for a long time and fucking it up. Where only people in her little small beehive enclave likes, and everyone else is like, "Argh!" So now she's chosen to do that with country music. And for that I say, thank you. And I must say also, by the way, that the song Texas Hold'em, this is a good fucking song. I'm not gonna lie. I like this song. And I'm gonna tell you what I like about it. I like the live fiddle. And I like the thing I like most about the song Texas Hold'em was the coloring that the production did with the background. I don't know, I didn't look up who the producers was. But whoever the producer was, the way they colored the background singing, it gave the music horizontal movement. And I love when music has a horizontal movement to it. And it pulls you in different directions with the background singing and inflections. Because music is supposed to be three-dimensional. It's not supposed to be a flat line like they be doing it nowadays with all these signs. That's just a flat line ass song. When music got the background singers flaking the sound and a string over here, a fiddle over there, and it gives the sound a movement, you know? And they pulled that off in this song. That's something else I'm going to go into greater detail on in my music history course. We're going to start the first week of of March. First Sunday in March. So what I'm going to do also is my music history course, I'm going to extend the sale. Early bird discount. It ended yesterday, but I might extend it. Sign up for the course before February 21st. I'm going to do early bird special up until February 21st. And 8 classes, y'all. That's 8 classes. 8 classes. 8 classes. Very in-depth music history. More than you'll ever get from a documentary. Those of you take my music history class, y'all going to be ready for my documentary. Hell, you might be able to put together a documentary of your own once you get the information that I'm about to give you, motherfuckers. So, but Beyonce, you know, she's been doing this for a long time. And them white folks been mad at her for a long time for trying. Remember, she was snubbed by the Grammy Music Awards Country Committee for a country song she did back in 2016. Her part was taken off the TV for the Country Music Awards. You know? What up, Tori and Rain? Good seeing you, my brother. It's always good seeing Tori and Rain come around. But yeah, so look, black people, it is okay. It is okay that Beyonce is doing this. Yes, all of it's our music. We need more black people doing this. Oh, Famously Blacker in the chat. Salute. We need more black people doing this. This is our music. Embrace it. And I embrace Beyonce doing this. Like, y'all know me, I'm very critical of Beyonce, but this song is nice. Just the way it was soulful, the beat. And honestly, I think it's more in her lane. Honestly. Because my biggest gripe with Beyonce is being, as far as R&B goes, to me, she ain't that soulful when it comes to R&B. She She has the Beyonce sound, and if you like her sound, more power to you. I'm not mad. But when I put her like vocally next to Ashanti Moore, next to Shaka Khan, next to next to someone like a Stephanie Mills or somebody, we've had so many. I'm drawing a blank. Even Patrice Rushen. I'm drawing so many blanks. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Beyonce's never been nowhere near those artists when it comes to R&B. Like, and no disrespect to no disrespect to Beyonce. Like, Beyonce has her sound. When I hear her do this country shit, that sounds like okay. That's close. Even when she did that song with Secure, she fits well good in that pocket. Hell yeah, to me it should be more elevated. And it wasn't to me like is she like Quincy Jones family? To me it was dope. I remember I met Tamia when she because she was married to Grant Hill. When Grant Hill's last season in the NBA, he was with the Clippers. And Tamia was there. And Tamia did not come in that friends and family room. Hell nah. She was like, I am not about to be part of the bullshit. We used to be in that friends and family room. That's when Lamar Odom was married to Khloe Kardashian. And Matt Barnes was married to Gloria, Derek Fisher's current wife. And it was all kind of basketball wives drama going on in that friends and family room. To me, it'd be like, yeah, nah, I'm not going up in that room. I'm waiting in the hallway for Grant to be done. And as soon as Grant was dressed, she was out of there. But to me, Layla Hathaway, oh my God. If you want to hear God sing, listen to Layla Hathaway. You know, Beyonce, in my opinion, she's never quite fit in the pocket with those singers. But the way the recording industry is, black artists are going to have to fit in certain boxes until they get to a level like where Beyonce's at, to where they can start calling their own shots. Yes, I know. Sony bought a share of Michael Jackson's catalog. We know. Thank you. We know. Thank you. They can't do nothing about it. I haven't talked about Sony buying Michael Jackson's catalog because they ain't like the Jackson family could do nothing to stop it. You can't stop the people who allegedly killed your son from buying his catalog. Black people, we are in the system of white supremacy, all right? That means when we make great things like Michael Jackson, build great things, they will go until they can't stop. They won't stop until they chip away at whatever it is. That's why I'm so focused on talking about our history, talking about who we are as a people, empowering us, because if enough of us get power, that can't happen. But enough of us don't have power at this time in 2024, so of course they're going to buy pieces of Michael Jackson's catalog. And they're going to keep chipping away at it until they have it all. And they'll have it all within the next 10 to 20 years. I promise you. Believe you me, they will have it all within the next decade or so. That's just the world we're living in. But we can't concern ourselves with things we can't control. I can't control Michael Jackson's catalog. Hell, Michael Jackson's children are white. So what if Sony get it? Them are white kids. No disrespect to his kids. They white. So what? So we can't, black folks, we talk information, we talk news, we talk history, but we don't get bogged down and we don't let our hearts get heavy over the things we can't control. That's where they get us energetically. And let's talk about energy, all right? The energy that they're putting out there with Beyonce, and you see the anger. The anger is because these people know this is your thing. And they know when you realize that, black people, more of us will start doing it more and they wouldn't be able to stop us. They wouldn't be able to stop us. That's why. And don't let them lie to you saying that, they want to see people of another race. No, they like seeing us. Look at what happened with Usher. Usher's Super Bowl appearance, Usher's Super Bowl numbers, and they're kind of lying when they say this. It's a halfway lie because, again, they hate Michael Jackson. His set drew 129 million viewers. Now, the record is actually 133 million viewers by Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson actually don't be fooled by this. Michael Jackson's halftime Super Bowl numbers were 133 million people at a time the United States of America had a population that was 100 million less people. Remember, whenever you're talking about statistics, you want to get the range, you want to get all the numbers. The overall population of the United States in 1993, let's see we'll get into this. U.S. population, 1993. In 1993, the United States population, as you see here, was 260 million. Now let's go to the United States population 2023. It has grown to over 335 million people. So the United States has added roughly 75 million people in that time to this country. There's 75 million more people in this country now than it was in 1993. And Michael Jackson still had the highest share Super Bowl numbers at 133 million views. Second is Usher with 129 million views. Why is that significant? It's significant because they always tell you, black folks, that you need somebody white in your movie to sell it. Oh, black people don't sell internationally. Well, if black people didn't sell internationally, then why was Kobe Bryant more popular in China in 2008 than Yao Ming? Yao Ming is the greatest Chinese basketball player to ever play. NBA Hall of Famer, 7'7", 7 feet tall, 7 foot 6 inches tall. Why during his prime, when he was making the playoffs, was Kobe Bryant, a black American, more popular in China than a Chinese man? Same with Usher. Usher isn't even the best of our best. Usher is R&B after the white supremacists got a stranglehold of our sound and lowered the quality of our sound. They gave us Usher. And even with that black man still had more views in the Super Bowl than anybody outside of Michael Jackson. And you know what else makes that significant? Hit the Cash App if you think I'm preaching. Cash App, $ Dewan Brown. It's Valentine's Day. I got to take my wife for dinner. Help me out. Here's why that's significant. Usher's halftime show was all black. Yeah, they tried to get Justin Bieber in it, and I'm glad they didn't. Because if he was in it, they would have given him the credit for those numbers. Oh, because Justin Bieber showed up. I'm glad the Biebs said no. And I wouldn't even been mad at Justin Bieber because he is Usher's protege. Literally. And business-wise. But he said no, and I'm glad he did. You had a cameo by Alicia Keys, by, what's that nigga dressed like a baby? What's that grown-ass toddler nigga name? I'm drawing a blank. Jermaine Dupri? Nigga Jermaine Dupri on stage, dressed like he drink milk with two hands. Usher had a cameo by Ludacris. He had all black cameos. And that pissed these motherfuckers off. I was watching KTLA Channel 5 News on Monday morning. They were like, yeah, Usher missed an opportunity with his appearances. He didn't really have anyone that surprised us. Hold on, he had all them black folks. He had Lil Jon show up. Yeah. They had a problem because everybody showed up was black. And with that being said, it's the highest rated Super Bowl halftime show since Michael Jackson. Proof in the numbers, black folks. We don't need nobody else. And when we're just minding our own black ass business, doing our black ass shit, everybody comes. It's like flies on shit. They treat us like shit. They tell us we shit. Well, if we shit, nigga, you a fly. Because y'all always in our shit. If we shit, then the rest of the world is flies. Because y'all keep coming to our shit. Yeah. Her. Ludacris. Yeah. Oh, you said dope hoodie? Jean Grey? I'm glad you said that. You can get this right now at DewanB.com. Y'all see the name Dewan B? Go to DewanB.com and you can get my Mothers of the Movement hoodie right now on DewanB.com. This is what you're going to do. You're going to go here. You're going to go to DewanB.com. Let me go back to the homepage so y'all know where I'm at. Come to the homepage and then you're going to hit shop. And this is the last month of my Black American Music Family Tree. I'm going to take this down and get it. I'm going to redo it, update it. So if you want the first edition of this, you have to get it right now in February. And you can go to DewanB.com, get them my whole line. You see Mothers of the Movement right here. I got the women's cut. I got the sweater cut. I don't have a hoodie up though. Hold on. Why ain't the hoodie up? Well, the hoodie of this will be up later today, okay? Why isn't the hoodie up? You can go there. You can go to the business side, go to breakthroughcards.com, book your reading. Oh, and it's Valentine's Day, Valentine's week. I got a special that's up right now. My mini readings are every day of the week now. But I also got my two session relationship counseling package. 2 sessions. And then we got the 3-session package. Let me help you help yourself. You dig? Oh, also, what am I doing? One more thing I gotta tell you niggas. Get my course. 100 years of Black American music, recorded Black American music history. Join the course. 8 classes. 8 classes. Register now. It's an 8-part course. And if you're part of the Patreon, if you're part of the Patreon, documentary insider level and up, you will get half off the course. And then, but join the live interview lounge over on Patreon too, because we got some dope interviews coming up. We got some hella dope interviews coming up. And word be getting around. Like I see my man, I'm trying to interview my man David to see what happened with this stuff. My man David called me yesterday. I didn't say his name, but David called me yesterday and was like, yo, man, my man Willie D heard you was going to interview me. I was like, how the hell did Willie D find out I was going to interview you? So Dave interviewed Willie D. So I think, I don't know when that interview is going to be up. But he called me and was like, man, Willie D knew we was going to do an interview together. I was like, damn, I didn't even make no announcement. Word be getting around, I guess. Salute to Willie D. I appreciate Willie D's podcast. I always have. I've been a subscriber to Willie D's YouTube channel since he had like 3,000 or 4,000 subs. Like when he was first starting. No more talk. Salute to Willie D. So yeah, but David, your ass gonna have to come over to this channel and talk about that damn joke you did with George Floyd. You gonna do it here too. Yeah, but yeah, David called me. He was like, "Man, Willie D heard that you was gonna interview with me." I was like, I was gonna interview with you. I was like, "Damn, okay, I didn't know." But yeah, salute to Willie D. I got much love for Willie D. Like Ice Cube said, like Willie D told me, "Let a hoe be a hoe." So, great sage advice. Brother Willie D been giving out sage advice since the late 80s. Nigga, let a hoe be a hoe. That's some real talk. So, yeah. We in this thing talking about Beyonce and Black American influence. But do you guys see what I'm putting together here? There's a reason why they have to pitch a fit and get mad when they see Beyonce doing what they have spent so much time to corral and protect and keep from us. It's literally, when it comes to white supremacy and the white supremacists, it's literally a survival mechanism. It's survival. When we come in, we win. Not because all the black folks are watching, but because when white people see black people next to white people, they choose the black people. Evidence? The NBA versus hockey. They got a whole goddamn sport to themselves in hockey. If it was only about race and they wanted to see white folks, they could watch hockey, volleyball, they could watch all baseball. They can watch all that shit. But no. What do they watch? The NBA and the NFL. The two sports niggas dominate. Look, when was the last person you seen a white person talk about golf since Tiger Woods stopped being Tiger Woods? When was the last time you seen a white person talk about tennis since Serena stopped being Serena? When Serena and Tiger Woods were in their primes 20 years ago, man, golf and goddamn tennis was getting as much coverage as the NBA. They talk all that shit about boxing, but when Tyson Fury is fighting anybody other than Deontay Wilder, nobody gives a fuck. Oh, it's Tyson Fury, white this, white that. Well, why ain't y'all watching Tyson Fury's fights when he don't fight Deontay Wilder? Y'all only watch when he fight Deontay Wilder. We are the oil. We are the soil. But sometimes we too goddamn loyal when it comes to our loyalty to them. And we're not loyal enough when it comes to us. We got to be loyal when it comes to us. Loyal to ourselves. So understand that when we start treating ourselves differently, we'll have a different interaction with the world. I don't play victim to white folks. That's why I can actually still understand their history and still be cool with them. I ain't got no issues with white people. I don't. I ain't got no issues with Europeans, Mexicans, Jamaicans, African, nobody. I just speak very firmly and steadfast about who the fuck I am. And through speaking that way, what it does is everybody else that's faking and perpetrating, it make y'all be like, ooh. That should be scaring you motherfuckers. But if it don't scare you, I know you my friend. Or somewhat. I can't say my friend, but you my associate. We cool. We cool. If it don't scare you. I only got a handful of friends. Hell, most niggas ain't my friends. I only got a handful of them. We all only got a handful of friends. Everybody else is associates. So I should be able to talk my shit and not intimidate you because it's the truth. God damn it. It's truth because I got the proof. And we're going to have, next week, we're going to have the great Dr. Clyde Winters on to get more in depth in our Black indigenous roots here in America. Understand this. When it comes to music, even when it comes to the music that they say comes from Europe, please understand this. Those European musicians, according to records of the time, were still swarthy complected. They still had nappy ass hair. You niggas think the history of Europe is white. It's not. It's a mixture. Europe was very much so metropolitan 500 years ago. Whites and blacks. The history is very deep. Because if we got our music from white Europeans, the question would then be, why aren't white Europeans still creating new music? It's because the cut of those Europeans that made the music look like me and you. And we're going to get into a lot of that history next week with Dr. Winters, the foremost doctor on this information. We're going to close it out with a card question. Let me go into Beyonce. All right, this is what I'm going to do. Y'all want me to read Beyonce's cards? I'm going to read Beyonce's cards real quick before I get out of here. What's Beyonce's birthday? September 4th. Beyonce's birthday is September 4th, 09, 04, 19. She was born in a very special year. Oh shit, Beyonce is a 7 of diamonds. Good Lord of my God. Somebody out there knows a 7 of diamonds. That's a performer that can sing really well. 7 of diamonds is a singing ass card. I know some goddamn 7 of diamonds that can sing. So let's go into Beyonce's cards real quick. So Beyonce is a 7 of diamonds. Then what do I see here? What do I see here? 5 of spades in Mercury. That's where Beyonce is so fluid, and that's where when they say Beyonce, when Beyonce came in, was like, y'all better watch out because when we come around, we be stealing. You know where that stealing shit comes from with Beyonce? This Jack of Spades and Moon. Moon is underneath it all. It's your personality. It's your emotional side. Your sun is who you show the world. Your moon is who you show. It's how you feel about the world. And the Jack of Spades, that's a motherfucker that will take. It can be whatever it needs to be to take whatever it wants to take. That Jack of Spades. So when it comes to why Beyonce be taking all them goddamn signs and how she's so comfortable with it, it's that Jack of Spades and Moon. But here's the thing about that Jack of Spades. If she ever decided to be original, like that's also a very powerful original card, but the Jack of Spades is like giving a 14-year-old a Lamborghini. Very powerful. If you don't know what you're doing with it, you'll crash it. And that Jack of Spades can be what it needs to be, and it doesn't necessarily have to take from others. But if it so decides to take from others and mask itself as others, it's the greatest mimicker it can be. Then she has that 5 of spades in Mercury. That 5 of spades is the ability to move on and to flop. And I don't use flop in a bad way. I mean, kind of jump around. You know, Destiny's Child and away from Destiny's Child. She kind of moves around. That 5 of spades makes her adjustable. to her scenarios and situations that she's in. Jack of Hearts and Venus, the beehive. If you want to know where the beehive comes from and why she's able to get a beehive and get those women to worship her, it's that Jack of Hearts and Venus. Seven of Diamonds, people, Venus is a feminine aspect. The Seven of Diamonds personality with that Jack of Hearts and Venus has a secret ability to swoo people and woo people with their femininity. See, that's why Beyonce dressing like the way she's dressing, she doesn't have to do that. If she was all the way covered up in a gown, she still would have the same powers. The power is within who she is. It's in her soul. It's in her essence, not in how she dresses. But I don't think she understands that, because when you look at Beyonce, look at her in the eyes, ain't much going on back there sometimes. And it may be because of the people that surround her. But Beyonce has the ability to connect emotionally and make you, that's the preacher card. That's the card that makes you, your ability to, that's why y'all need card readings. This is why you need to know your personal cards, your 13 card spread. Because in an hour reading, we can get through all this, which I have a reading to do in about an hour. So I'm gonna have to get out of here because I'm gonna have to rest before my reading. I'm gonna have to smoke some weed and listen to some Earth, and Fire. And I need to give myself some time before my reading that I have to do. So I'm gonna cut it short in a little bit so I can get my mind right for my reading. But that Jack of Hearts, Beyonce, that's it. That's where she's able, that's a gift. That's where she's able to really understand how to woo people with her personality. That King of Diamonds and Neptune, that's where it shows you that her music is about her business. And that Six of Hearts and Pluto, the heartbreaker, that's the not giving a fuck. Her nine of clubs in Mars too. Yeah, Beyonce don't give a fuck. That shows right there that 9 of clubs in Mars, Beyonce don't give a fuck about what none of y'all think about what she do. As far as how she gets to where she gets. She ain't worried about how I say it, how any of us say it. She know the bullshit she be on and she don't give a fuck. That's her 9 of clubs right there in Mars. But yeah, that's a little light reading. I might do another show where I go a little deeper into Beyonce's cards, but I have a reading to do in about an hour. So I got to get ready for that. So with that being said, I want to thank y'all for listening. Understand, black folks, you got the power. And for the non-black folks out there, that shouldn't intimidate. Because when black Americans have power, we don't use it to dominate other people. We use it to entertain, bring people together, and share. As evidenced by how we run our businesses. Our businesses tend to be the first ones to have women at the top. And people of non-black, we have no issues hiring non-black Americans, like at Motown. Susan DePass, the highest ranking woman in music at the time. The white, I forgot the name, Jerry, I forgot the white dude's name. That was the white guy that was over accounting in Motown. We don't take our resources and hide them and hold them. There wouldn't be no Jamaican music industry without Johnny Nash, black American, investing his money over there. There would be no Wailers. It was a black American that invested his money over there in Jamaica and signed the Wailers to their first record deal. We've always shared. So it shouldn't intimidate other groups when we talk about who we are and our greatness, because the greater we are, the greater we're going to share with other people. That's just who we are. We're sharing people. So just don't be intimidated by us. And black folks, if they are intimidated by you, then fuck them. Keep being you. The last thing we need to be fucking doing these days is dimming our light for other people. If other people can't be around you when your light shine bright, then get this shine brighter, goddammit, and get them the fuck out your way. My name is Dewan Brown, and remember this, there are no perfect messengers, only perfect messages for those willing to pick up the game. Country music is ours. All music is ours. Reclaim it, niggas. I'm out.